Exams! They're stressful, I get it. Not everybody in the class is required to take the exams. If your grade goal is an A in the class, then you are, and there are 4 exams in the course. Why? Well, grade goal of A is excellent work. That means you're not only proficient and not only above average, but you've really excelled in the class. And doing an exam and successfully earning a C on that exam, or 75%, is showing that you've really started to understand all of the concepts in the course and are able to demonstrate that in a timed environment. The exams are a mixture of multiple choice, as well as some short answer exams and then longer sort of small essay exams. So there is a variety of ways that you're able to express ideas on the exams. The first exam is entirely multiple choice, as is the last exam. They are timed. You only have 2 hours to complete the exams. However, you could have a 3-day window during which you can complete each exam. This is good because if you don't have time to complete it on the first day, you have a couple more days to be able to get to that content. There's also a little bit of leniency here in that you're able to take exams twice. Let me explain this. Let's say you take the first exam and immediately after you finish, you know, I didn't do very well on that, I don't think. You're a little bit worried. That's okay. Go brush up on some things and come back and take the exam again within the allotted time window for taking that particular exam. This means you get a second attempt. You will then receive the average score of your 2 attempts. So the first attempt on the exam matters. It contributes to your overall average score. But if you didn't do quite as well as you thought you were going to do, you do have that saving grace of a second chance. Once those 2 scores are averaged together, ideally you will have earned a passing a 75% grade on the exam. If you have any questions about that, let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them. Another important thing to note about exams, and I've mentioned this in previous videos, is that they do have due dates. You can't save all the exams to the end of the course. There's a time period to take the exams, and you have to submit that exam by the due date. So make sure you're staying on top of the calendar work. You need to figure out when you can take the exam in a quiet environment with reliable technology. If you're worried about your access to technology in a timed environment, remember, Pasadena City College does have computer labs on campus that are free to use where you can take your exams as well. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me via the Canvas message mail system.